ก็คือจะทำงานที่กรมป่าไม้แล้วก็คือใช้ชื่อกระทรวงเดียวกันก็คือกระทรวงทรัพยากรธรรมชาติและสิ่งแวดล้อมนะคะซึ่งปัจจุบันเธอเป็นนักศึกษาปริญญาเอกที่ Beijing Forestry University ความชอบหรือถนัดของเธอคือเธอชอบเรื่องป่าชายเลนนะคะซึ่งทุกคนนะคะสามารถที่จะสอบถามพูดคุยนอกเหนือจากเรื่องที่เธอถนัดแล้วก็ยังถามเรื่องการศึกษาของเธอได้นะคะHello Wei Hello Wei
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much for you joining us today.
Thank you.
We are very appreciated to devoting your time that to talk with my participant on this training. From now on, I will pass the floor to you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, you will share slide by yourself, right?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will share
Okay.
myself.
Okay, thank.
This way. Yeah. Do you see my slide?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Is right.
Okay, so very good evening. Greeting from China. I am Wai Nyein Aye from Myanmar. In Myanmar, I'm working at the Forest Department, Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation. My educational background is forestry and environmental science. Right now, I am studying my PhD at the Forestry College at Beijing Forestry University. So this is the contents of my presentation. So, firstly, Myanmar is located in mainland Southeast Asia with a land area of 67,577 kilometers square. Myanmar falls within the tropical zone. The climatic conditions are in line with the other tropical countries. Myanmar is bordered by the Bay of the Bengal and the Sea, Gulf of the Thailand. The neighboring countries are the Bangladesh, India, China, Laos, and Thailand. Then the topography of the Myanmar can roughly be divided into three parts: the Western Hill region, Central Valley region, and the Eastern Hill region. Then the Forest Resource Assessment 2020 stated the total forest cover in Myanmar is 42.19% of the total country area. Then the mangrove forest, tropical evergreen forest, mixed deciduous forest, dry forest, deciduous entire forest, hill and temperate evergreen forest, and scrub and grassland forest can also find in Myanmar. So this slide shows about the deforestation ranking by the country according to the time series. And in 2010 to 2015, the deforestation rate of the Myanmar is the top 3 country on the world after the Brazil and Indonesia. However, in 2010 to 2020, the deforestation rate of Myanmar is a little decline from number 3 to number 6. So the causes of the deforestation in Myanmar are the over-exploitation, illegal logging, fuel extraction, agricultural land expansion, city cultivation, mining, hydropower, urban development, fish and shrimp farming in the mangrove area, and the natural disasters such as the cyclone, forest fire, etc. Then it also had the indirect causes of the deforestation. Their causes are the poverty and limited job opportunity, the high market demands of the forest products, lack of the land use policy in the past, and weak monetary and assessment in natural resource management, limited budget, weak law enforcement, increasing in population, and weak coordination among the stakeholder corruption, and the last one is the weak in political support. However, Myanmar has been managing forest resources on a sustainable basis, and the Myanmar selection system was started in 1856 to achieve the sustainable use of the forest in Myanmar. Then the several cultural operations are also carried out to improve the quality of the forest, and plantation also established in the degraded forest area for burial purpose. Then forests are managed through the 10-year district forest management plan for each of the 68 districts across the countries. The National Forest Management Plan is the 30-year program. It started from 2002 to 2031, and the Forest Management Unit is the district level, and forests are managed by forming Waki Sake under the District Forest Management Plan. And that this management plan is included 7 categories like the protection Waki Sake, planted forest, community forestry Waki Sake, watershed, narrow forest protected area, and the special Waki Sakes. Then the forest management plan are revised every 10 years to cope with the changing situation of the forest resources status of the districts. The forest management system in Myanmar is started in 1856 by the Dr. Practise, a German botanist. Originally called the Practise management system, then gradually evolved to the Burmese selection system or the Myanmar selection system. Actually, this system has been applied to manage the Myanmar natural forest, especially for the natural teak, the Tuna grandis, on a sustainable basis. Then this system is practiced within the bounds of the fairly series, a minimum cut limit, a fairly cycle of the 30 years. The advantage of this system is the minimal impact to the environment and enumeration of the future yield trees down to fit size and living high quality teak trees as a mother tree and fit to the annual allowable cut for teak and hardwood. Then major forest operation in this system are the gathering of the teak and selection marking for the teak and green teak and hardwood, and artificial and natural regeneration, improvement fairly weedy, thinning, climatic, forest road repair, demarcation of the compartment boundary, fire protection, formation of the new reserve forest, and enrichment operation for the natural forest. Then the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation is the mainly responsible for the natural resource conservation in Myanmar. Then this ministry cooperates with the other line ministries such as the agriculture, fishery, tourism, etc. And then under this ministry, it has the department, Union Minister Office, Forest Department, Joint on Greening Department, Myanmar Timber Enterprise, Environmental Conservation Department, and Survey Department. So this slide shows about the institutional arrangement of the Forest Department. Then major development toward the sustainable forest management in Myanmar are that we establish the permanent forest estate, then biodiversity conservation, plantation forestry, community forestry, tree planting program, we have rehabilitation programs, implementation of the timber certification and legality assurance system, and red pledge, ITT pledge in international cooperation. So, according to the targets of the forest policy of the Myanmar 1995, the total reserve forest and protected public forest is 30%, and the protected area system is 10%. Currently in Myanmar, the reserve forest and protected public forest is 25.53%, and area of the protected area system is 6.08%. Then Myanmar becomes a member country of the Convention for the Ramsar in 2005, and currently in Myanmar it has the 6 Ramsar sites. Then I would like to introduce a little briefly on the biodiversity of the Myanmar. Various types of the forests in Myanmar are home of the several mammals, reptiles, amphibian, fish, and plant species. Then Myanmar represents an important biodiversity reservoir in Asia. Then Myanmar possesses a numerous endemic wild flora and fauna. However, it also still has the challenges for the biodiversity conservation in Myanmar. The main reason are the permanent human settlements and land reclamation and timber extraction, construction of the dam reservoir, development projects, weakness of the law enforcement, lack of the awareness and conservation ethics, and disposal of the toxic chemicals into water bodies such as the river, lake, and sea, and the last point is the illegal wildlife trade. Myanmar has made a dramatic advance from the incomplete and uncoordinated policy environment of a decade ago. So they now policy development is much more inclusive through the multiple rounds of the extensive public consultation and inputs. Then the government banned all the logging for the 1 year in 2014 and the Pagoyoma region for the 10-year study from the 2016 to 2017. And the annual allowance get also reduced to the sustainable levels. Then extraction of the timber extraction can be done by the Myanmar Timber Enterprise under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation. Then the program of the reforestation and rehabilitation program will contribute not only to the people of the Myanmar but also to mitigate the impacts of the climate change in the ASEAN region. Then with the financial and technical support of the national and international organizations, the activities related to the forestry and environmental conservation will be implemented with the participation of the all stakeholders. So the expected outputs from this program are to support the development of the socio-economic condition of the local communities through the creation of the job opportunity and to be capacity building of the local people and members through the reforestation program. Then the last expected output is that to mitigate the impacts of the climate change through the establishment of the plantation, restoration, reservation, and protection of the biodiversity with the active participation of the people. So the challenges for the sustainable forest management in Myanmar are the lack of the integration of the forest policy and planning into other sectoral policy, as well as the national development plans, and heavily dependent on the forest and developmental methods, and accurate and potential trade-off between the forest and other land use, and lack of the recognizing the full range of the value of the forest, and to the isolation of the forest-dependent community, poverty, limited market access, and the next point is the limited resources, insufficient mobilization and manpower. Then value rights, interest, and traditional knowledge of the indigenous people and local communities, and the no legally binding for the forest instruments. So the ways for addressing challenges in forestry sector of the Myanmar are we need to be strengthen the sustainable forest management and forest governance, and need to be developed timber legality and assurance system, and need to be implement ITT readiness roadmap, and need to be adopt the land use policy and land law, promote the payment for ecosystem services and green economy in forestry sector, capacity building and institutional strengthening, and need to be decentralized in forest management through the promoting of the community forestry, joint forest management, and long list like the including cooperation with the Myanmar Timber Enterprise under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation. Then the resource mobilization and developing sustainable financing are also needed, and then need to be developed the green economy and green growth, and need to be more collaboration with the international regional partners for the sustainable forest management, biodiversity, watershed management, mangrove conservation, and drawings on rehabilitation. So the next topic of my presentation is the challenges facing non-native speaker of English. In Myanmar, English is not the mother language. I think the same with the Thailand. Even though the students have been learning English throughout their student life, but for most of the students, their English skills do not reach a certain level of the satisfaction because of the education system of the Myanmar. The reason is that students do not get to use their knowledge outside of the classroom, and it's easy to forget the lesson that they were learned in the study room. So the similar difficulty in taking it or in speaking English language is the pronunciation. However, even though the huge advantage of the Burmese student is that the Burmese alphabet sounds can match very nearly with the English language alphabet sound. Anyway, they have the difficulty in speaking in English. So compared with the previous generation, the new generation of the Myanmar people English has improved significantly because due to the education policy of the Myanmar government, and the environment for learning English in Myanmar is getting better than before. And the students have more opportunities to learn the English, whether in the public school or private school. Then from the kindergarten to onward, the Burmese and English are also the compulsory subject in the school. Then the English newspaper, TV program, and the social platforms such as the YouTube channel or Facebook or satellite, many platforms also provided an environment for the people to get in touch with the English easier. So this slide shows what are your challenges in speaking in English. For me, I am the previous generation of the Myanmar, and my English skill is really not good. And I graduated in 2012 for my bachelor degree, and I started working in forest department in 2013. So as a Myanmar community, we only use our native language in our daily life, and we don't have much opportunity to practice English and the language skill that can develop during the working time in the office. And the next challenges for me is that I have the speech anxiety. The simple meaning for this speech anxiety is that I'm feeling nervous before speaking in front of the people or during the speaking. I feel nervous. I'm afraid all people will not won't understand my speaking or my talking. So I always feel nervous about that one. This is a big problem for me. And the next challenges for me is that I am not good in social and communication skill. I am really not good about that one. So I have many challenges in speaking English. Even in my language, I also not good in speaking. So how to overcome these challenges? Even though we had many challenges, we can be improved and we can be success. Any challenges in our life, the important thing is we have to understand what are your challenges. We need to be accept these points. So the first point is that we need to practice more. I already mentioned I studied my PhD in Beijing Forest University. So I need to get many presentations about my ongoing research process. So before presentation, I practice several times about my speaking, and I read and record my voice and listen again and again. I always try to smooth my speaking. So more practice is very important. Then try to speak slowly and clearly, and this is very important for me. Naturally, my speaking is very fast, and my volume or the speaking is very low, so that's it the main challenge for me. So I always try to speak slowly, but maybe not yet overcome these challenges. Then the next point is that if you have a chance, you need to try to develop your English communication skill and need to be participate in social activities. That's also important to improve your English speaking. And then to improve our English skill, we need to watch movie and listen music, and we need to be in touch with the English language. Mostly we only use our native language. Like for you, you also always watch Thailand language. That's not good for to improve our language skills. So if always trying to watch more movie in English language. Listening is very important. So the more you hear, the easier it will be for you to speak better in English. In this way, you will be start speaking more fluently and confidently in conversation and learning how to give your opinion in English. So listening is very important. So then the very important point is that don't be afraid to make the mistake in speaking English, and always try to develop self-confidence. This point also very important. Don't be afraid when you are speaking in English. And then the final point is that always try the best. No one is perfect, so and then never stop learning. I also stay trying to overcome these challenges. I also really not good in English skill, so I stay trying to overcome these challenges, but not yet successful. But I am still trying. So you also always try and always learning, always do learning, never stop learning. So that's a very important. So. Well, this is my presentation, and thank you so much for your kind attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Wei, for your very nice presentation, and we are very grateful for your present. Now we are going to like a part for question and answer.
Yeah, thank you.
โอเค คำถามค่ะ คำถามหรือว่าสามารถพูดคุยกับเขาได้นะคะ
ขออนุญาตถามชื่ออะไรครับเรียกไม่ถูกครับ
เวค่ะ Where can you spell like pronounce your name?
Okay. Wai Nyein Aye. It's okay.
You can สามารถเรียกเขาไอ้หวันได้นะคะ เป็นชื่อภาษาจีน ไอ้หวัน
Yeah, it's my Chinese. How to close this one? Maybe this one.
Stop share.
May
Stop
I
share.
ask
Yes.
the
Go
question?
to up.
May I ask
Sorry.
the question? I1.
Yes, please.
I think tea is a famous tea in Myanmar.
Yes,
And,
this is famous in Myanmar.
and what the economic tea species, another tea that your country promote to plantation?
แป๊บนึงนะคะ Sorry, where you can go to up of the laptop. You will see VOV meeting, and then click on it. It will show like a taskbar. You can
Sorry,
stop
that's
sharing. Not
in Chinese. So.
oh, not below. You have to go to up. Yes.
Okay, and then
Yes.
stop.
And yes, yes.
Oh, okay, good. So, please, what's your question? I'm sorry.
Understand me?
Please again. Maybe I do not hear. I don't hear.
Please.
I ask you what the economic tea species, other tea that your country promote for plantation.
Okay, I see. Except teak, we also had many valuable hardwood, maybe like sino carpet, maybe piancato, maybe not the same. Scientific name is sino carpet. Yeah, maybe you are speaking in mute. Okay.
Scientific name, what? Scientific
Sino
name?
carpet, yeah. We call the piancato, maybe a red root, rose root patao, maybe the same with your country patao, Nataro carpet, macro carpet.
Growing tree or fast growing tree.
Fast growing tree. We had many. How to say? Maybe in our country also. Eucalypt that also we planted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Wei, can
Yes.
I ask you some questions?
Yes. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Miss Wei. I'm Alin from Thailand.
Okay.
Thailand and Myanmar face the same problem about English-speaking people. How many
Yes.
percent of Myanmar people can understand and speaking English by approximately?
Okay. Mostly for how to say for other Myanmar can understand the English language, but in speaking they will be a little difficult. Yeah, so maybe more than 50% they can be understand English language.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We have question more.
And how about the Red Plus scheme in your country?
Sorry.
How about the Red Plus project in your country?
Replace. What do you want to know?
The implementation and the advantage from this project.
Actually, I am not too much familiar about the replace. So, first Noya started a little, maybe improve, maybe meta state not too much improve a lot.
I want if you must to take a foreigner to travel in Myanmar, where that you recommend? Where the place?
Actually, this time it's really not good to visit Myanmar. Maybe after finish, if you visit to Myanmar, maybe apart the Myanmar, maybe inland lake, you will be know.
I don't know. I know only the temple in Yangon.
Yeah, Yangon also famous in another places. Also many famous pagoda also have in other places, not only in Yangon. So later I will I would like to invite all to visit Myanmar, but not now.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Hi, Wei. Can you
Yes.
remember me? I met you last year in China. So, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Ah,
I have
yeah.
some question to ask you. Maybe many student, maybe my colleague are interested about study in PhD in China. So could you please to explain about your study and your experience in China, please?
Yes, okay, I'm happy. Now, if you study in China, you need to be a little know in Chinese language. Now it's a little important here. No, you need to pass exactly 3. Then now in this year, it do not have APFNet scholarship. Just only the Chinese scholarship in here. So this time, if you want to apply PhD for the scholarship, CSC is better than the APFNet. Then in CSC, we have mostly applied 3 major. That's it, the forest economics and management, and then the forestry college. In forestry college, it has the how to say ecology, and then silviculture. Many landscape also. Maybe we are mostly familiar about the forest, so forestry college is better for the PhD program. Then here most of the professors they are very busy and they cannot be support you a lot, so you need to try by yourself everything. So that's it, a little problem in China. Yeah.
And Chinese is required to study. So student has to pass the I can't
Exactly.
remember
Exactly. Yeah.
Chinese exam, right?
Yeah, English program is we need to pass Chinese level 3. For the
Level 3.
Chinese program, you need to pass more than exactly 4. Chinese level 4.
And the publication for PhD
Yeah,
in
for
China.
PhD, at least 2 in the high ranking. Yeah, high rank.
2 papers,
Yes,
right?
2 paper.
2 publications
Yes.
in SEI, something like that.
Yes.
Yes, it's very hard. I have
Yeah.
experience.
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer.
Thank you so much.
One more question. How about the COVID pandemic in China now? Is it better
Maybe
than before?
no, Chinese is not too much serious about the COVID, so we can go out easily and not too much serious in here.
Okay, thank you.
May I have one question?
Yes.
Do you know when the new student can go to China?
Maybe next year, not this year. Now, many students also ask about that question to the international office, but they do not reply. They don't reply anything because maybe they are not ready to call the international student come back.
Actually, I also applied for the scholar exchange to China after the COVID-19 has gone, but I think it's now just waiting
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
situation is better.
Maybe next year. This year, I don't think so.
Yes.
ถามอีกไหมคะ
คนอื่นมีคำถามอีกไหมคะ
สอบถามได้นะคะ
จริงๆน้องเหวยนี่เขาเป็นคนที่เก่งมากเลยค่ะขออนุญาตคุยเพราะว่าเจอเขาเมื่อปีที่แล้วเนาะแล้วก็น้องเขาตอนที่เรียนปริญญาโทเนี่ยน้องเขาก็สามารถตีพิมพ์ในระดับ Q1 ได้ของ Forest นะคะเป็นคนที่ ค่อนข้างจะมีความรู้ทางด้านป่าไม้ค่อนข้างดีนะคะ ก็น้องๆคนไหนที่อยากจะไปเรียนระดับปริญญาเอกอะค่ะจริงๆมันจะมีการแข่งขันในเรื่องของทุนค่อนข้างกระสูงหมายถึงว่าไทยอาจจะมีโนมิเนตไปแล้วก็จะต้องไปแคนดิเดตกับคนอื่นที่อยู่ประเทศอื่นด้วยค่ะจริงๆ publication เนี่ยสำคัญนะคะในการพิจารณาทุนปริญญาเอกคือถ้าน้องๆคนไหนที่อยากจะไปเรียนในระดับปริญญาเอกอะค่ะถ้ามี publication ตอนปริญญาโทด้วยก็จะดีมากค่ะ อันนี้แค่ให้ความเห็นให้แบบใครที่มีประสบการณ์มานะคะ
ค่ะแล้วก็สำหรับใครนะคะที่สนใจศึกษาต่อปริญญาโทค่ะ ก็หมายถึงว่าจริงๆแล้วประเทศไทยมีโอกาสที่จะได้รับคัดเลือกสูงกว่าประเทศอื่นๆในโซนเอเชียสำหรับทุนของ APFNet นะคะ ก็น่าเสียดายที่แบบน้อยคนนะคะที่จะสมัครเข้ามาเรียนนะคะซึ่งจริงๆแล้วประเทศไทยมีโควต้า2 คน ประเทศอื่นๆจะมีแค่โควต้าแค่1 คนแต่ละปีอะค่ะ so now when we are talking about scholarship in China can you explain more about it like a master or PhD how you can got it
Okay. For me, for the master or PhD, the same scholarship, APFNet scholarship. If you want to study in China, maybe most if has APFNet scholarship and CSC Chinese government scholarship, and maybe another is you get all the same also Chinese scholarship. But in and then another one is Belt and Road scholarship. In the Beijing Forestry University, mostly it's a 3 scholarship that they have. But other university is also had 3 and more is a UCAS scholarship. That's it. Their scholarship amount is a little higher than the other scholarship. For the PhD, they got 700 per month, 700 yuan. No, 7,000 yuan per month. So they got it.
7,000 yuan per
Yeah,
month.
yeah,
I think it's
7,000.
higher than Korea scholarship.
Yes, this scholarship a little high, and
Yeah, it's
maybe
very
you.
good.
Yeah, but the chance is very low. They go one country maybe only 2 or 3%. Yeah, they got it. That's it. Maybe you know Shisangpana or Kunming. Yeah, Kunming, and yeah, also have in Beijing also have this university under the UCAS scholarship. Yeah, I applied the scholarship, but I just got the partial scholarship, so I do not take that scholarship.
And how about the funding for the research? Is a cover for the research in their home country, or they have to conduct the data in China?
You mean which scholar in BFU, Beijing Forestry?
Yes, right. Or Chinese scholarship.
Chinese, yeah. Anyway, it's okay. If you want to do in your country, it's also you can do it. But for some professor, they give the research grant. But for some, they don't give the amount for the research. For me, I don't receive from my professor, so I do by myself. Yeah,
It's very hard. Maybe
Yeah,
have to
very.
find the funding other organization because mostly they provide just only for the money allowance, just for the fee in the university, something like that.
Yeah. I apply other maybe research grant, but unfortunately I did not receive.
I got the scholarship from the SIECA 2 years ago. It's very good to provide the fund for students who study in a PhD or a master degree. But now I don't know exactly about the funding in this year because the COVID maybe
Yeah. Yes.
can affect
Yeah.
like they decrease some funding. Yes, and it's really hard for students to find the research funding, I think.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
professor cannot provide for them.
Yes. Yeah. In PFU it's a little difficult that one, but from other university the professor support about the research grant.
For me in Korea, I got some funding from my professor too, but it's not enough because it's a very big study area. So
Yes,
I have to
I
pay my
see.
own funding too. Okay, I finished my question. Thank you very much. Wai.
Thank you for your question. Maybe
So you can,
someone else.
yes.
Hello,
Yes, please.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
That is great. I have a question.
Yes.
I want to know how many days we need to visit all Myanmar.
So sorry.
How many days we need to visit all your country?
Maybe I'm not sure. But maybe 2 or 3 years you can visit to my country now. Situation is too bad. Maybe after
2
3
or
or 4
3
years
years.
I will invite again.
Adamark, I can answer your question. It depends on you.
Yeah.
Like which page you more interested, you will be there so long time. So we cannot.
Sejima,
Yes,
I am interesting.
you
Maybe
don't
someone
understand,
else.
right?
Can you
Yes,
repeat?
I told you it depends on you. Because we don't know which page you will more interested.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Actually,
know.
Myanmar had many beauty places to visit. So even sea or pagoda or many beautiful places in Myanmar. But in my country, the tourism is not very developed like the China, like the Thailand. So we need to be improved a lot about the tourism sector.
Mr. Adam, you.
Yeah,
Yes, I
Dr.
can help you
Prashant.
answer this question. If you plan that to be a backpacker or just
Yeah.
only visit the tourist attraction place, maybe 1 week up to 1 month, that should be okay. But if you would like to find a lady to be your soulmate, maybe you have to spend the whole life in Myanmar. Does that make sense to
Dr.
you?
Prashant,
Yes.
I understand now.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Wait,
Yes, please.
please can you explain more if like my participant would like to study abroad like China? How it's like a timeline when they want to like apply.
Okay. Maybe the application they start open is maybe April, May, June. They call the maybe they start in February or March they start call the application, and it's closed around the May. May the 5 May they close the application date. You need to be prepared about your maybe for the APF net you need the recommendation from the APF net or your country, and 2 recommendation from the your director or maybe from your school, from your university about from your professor, maybe 2 recommendation and 1 more APF net recommendation, maybe 3 recommendation you need. Yeah, that's it. The most important. You need to prepare about that one. Other are not too much serious. It's okay. You can do it. Then after application finished, if you include in the shortlist, they send to you email, and you have to be interviewed by face to face. About they ask you maybe 5 minute or 10 minute question about why you want to apply, what's your aim, what's your goal to receive this scholarship, like this. They will be asked question a little more. Then that's all. Not too much serious about that one.
So, and you have question on chat box also.
Okay.
Miss Wei, I have a
Yes.
question would like to ask you.
Yes.
So I know that the high peak my synonym. So it's always covered with snow for the whole years. If we would like to visit there, so could you recommend that how could we reach there? And how many days as for the trip to over there as well? It doesn't mean that we will go to the top, but maybe just only to visit the foothill and then visit the biodiversity sites around the area. So how far it is from Naypyidaw?
Biodiversity. Sorry, which place?
I mean that the highest peak, the high peak in
Oh,
Myanmar.
not very far from the Naypyidaw. Is it maybe nearly 2 hours or 3 hours? You can go by bus. Yeah, not too far.
I see. Is it located in Chan State, right?
Tik is not Shan State. That's a Bago region. Bago.
Oh, Paco. Okay, I
Yes.
see. Thank you.
Okay. And then someone asked me, I would like to, can you explain about the export timber from Myanmar to another country? For the export timber, we just only do by the Myanmar Timber Enterprise under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Empowerment and Conservation, and we just accept only the how to say, not. Actually, I'm not too much familiar about that question also. Actually, we do not have the legal assurance system in my country. It's not yet successful. So maybe export timber to other country is maybe nearly illegally, not legally in my country. About wood waste management in Myanmar, I don't know about that one. What do you mean wood waste management? Another question is how many to go? What is to go? What do you mean? Number 142, 142. How many to go? What is mean?
Kong is a marine mammal. It's located in the mostly in the southern of Thailand. I think that in Myanmar you have a lot. Dukong is a mammal. It's a really big cat. Sometimes that people will call the sea pig because it look like quite a big and it's quite similar to the whale.
I see that one, but I'm not familiar about that one. Actually, my WhatsApp is only 5 years. In that 5 years, I study in China. It's nearly 4 years. So I work in my office. It's just only 1 year. So I don't have many experience about that one. And someone asked me about, I would like to know about forest fire management in Myanmar. The forest fire is not too much serious. We have just only in mangrove area, just only natural disasters, such as the cyclones, or that's it imported in my country. We don't have too much fire management in my country.
So we're quite familiar with the Myanmar people visited in Thailand. They have a lot of the Myanmar people, the Burmese people living in Thailand, and they're quite familiar to the language. So like a Mingalaba. So I know that many people here would like to know the very keyword of the when the Myanmar says that to each other. The keyword is how to say in your language, I love you.
In my language, it's chite. Kamil chite. That's mean I love you.
Okay, slower, please.
Okay, nga mingo chite. Chite means love. Nga means I. Mingo means you. I love you. Nga mingo chite.
So it can apply for both gender, like, or just limited only the man can saying to the lady.
Maybe why okay, we can say nga mingo chite. Yeah, you can say any kind of, you can say anything.
Okay, for any Thai students, so you can down I do in Myanmar.
I have a question.
Yes.
How foreign people can marry a Myanmar girl?
Sorry. What do you mean?
I am a strange in your country.
Yes.
If I want to marry a Myanmar girl, how can I process?
And you already married? Why you ask this question?
Just a question.
Oh, okay, I will try the best. At in Myanmar, we had married system. One man is just only one woman. Better after they divorce, maybe you be married that one. If you want to be proposed the girl, you need to be spend a lot of money. Yeah. How much you can be afford?
Adama is very challenging question. How could you afford? How much you could afford? But the first thing would like to recommend you that you have to try that to practice how to say I love you in Myanmar first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So the
I
next
understand.
question is coming from me because I'm really curious. The people is in Thailand, especially the man, always says that the Myanmar ladies is really beautiful in the perfect and good skin. Do you have the secret that how you could maintain your lovely and a smooth skin and whitening skin, something like that? Do you have the secret? So I know that the people actually over there, they use herbal that they call tanaka. And are you still using it?
Yeah, since time maybe from the ancient until now we use that means the tanaka. That's the bark of the root, and we maybe roll on the plane or the stone, and we use that liquid on my face. Maybe they said that tanaka is good for our skin, and maybe it's good in the summer, very hot time. It's very good for our skin. It's cool and very how to say, feeling is very good. So many people use this tanaka. But this tanaka is not good for the winter season, because at that time our skin is very dry, and if we use that tanaka, it's not good for our skin. So mostly we use that tanaka.
Okay, next question, please. So we are nearly going to the climax question.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, who is your president actually?
President now or
Your president, your current president, the chairman.
our president is Wai Nyein Aye. Our state councillor is Aung San Suu Kyi. That's it always.
Okay. Now it is possible to go in your country.
This time I can't go back to my country. Maybe if I go back, I have to go to jail.
I understand. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you so much for your question.
The question for the Thai common man that we would like to know. In what part of the country in Myanmar that have the most beautiful lady living? Because we can go straight forward to that area.
You know, Myanmar's many diverse, how to say, ethnic group. So maybe for me, I think Shan State, the lady from that place is very beautiful. I think so near the Thailand. Yeah, they also can speak Thai language. I think that part is the most beautiful.
Okay, including you coming from the Shan state, right?
No, I am middle part of the country. I am no.
I think Adama is quite agree with me. So in this case that you are going from the Shan state.โอเคมีคำถามอีกไหมครับขอเชิญนะครับถามได้ตามสบายคุยกันสบายๆนะครับ
I have a question. All the people, the Myanmar people who I meet them, wear the telescope, the binocular. Why do you always wear this?
Or some use it.
All the people from Myanmar, which I met them, wear the binocular.
many people do
Why?
you meet with Myanmar people?
Yeah, yeah.
many?
Why do you always wear this?
Because I think it's beautiful, so I use it.
Just for being beautiful, or you don't?
Actually, my eye is really not good. No, I can't see clearly, so I always use because I use too much computer or laptop.
Understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Adama, your turn. Mr. Adama, you still in here? Adama. Hello.
Yes.
I thought that you're escaping. So
Yes.
I would like to know in turn
Mhm.
how to say I love you in your local dialect.
Be fair. Just two words. Be fair.
Fair.
In my local language, it's very easy to say I love you. Be fair. Be fair. Two
Be
words.
fair. Okay.
Yes.
So it means that we can say this word to any lady at the mid of the street, right? At the middle of the street, right?
Many. Doctor,
Yes.
can you repeat your question?
No, I just would like to know that how you say what you say is that how I mean I love you in your own language.
Okay. Okay, I understand. I answer you. Be fair. Finish. Two words. Be fair. In my local language.
มีคำถามอีกไหมครับมีคำถามจากท่านใดประสงค์จะถามคำถามอะไรอีกไหมครับ Any question more from the floor? If not, because like now it's just nearly 5 p.m. in Bangkok, so that we bother the time so much from our speakers. So on behalf of Law Enforcement Department, the organizer of this training course, I would like to thank to the speakers that's coming to join us today, and then we hope that for the next time that we could
You.
Take care.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.